Eating healthy is actually quite easy when you live alone. You decide what groceries enter the house, you decide what gets cooked, and you decide what's eaten. But everything changes when you have a family. Suddenly, you're not just feeding yourself, you're feeding everyone, and that brings a real challenge. How do you eat healthy when other people in the house want completely different things? When you're responsible for grocery shopping and preparing meals, your choices affect everyone in the house. So at some point, healthy eating cannot just be your personal mission. It has to slowly become part of your household lifestyle. That doesn't mean everyone will immediately love the changes in the beginning. Some family members might resist different foods or routines, but people adapt surprisingly well when meals are still satisfying, flavorful, and enjoyable. One important thing I've learned is that eating healthy does not mean eating bland food. Many people imagine healthy meals as plain boiled vegetables or dry salads, but that approach rarely works long term. Food should still taste good, almost like something you would happily order at a restaurant, just prepared with better ingredients and healthier cooking methods. Another practical strategy is simply controlling what comes into the house. If junk food is always available in the kitchen, it becomes the easiest option. But when the pantry and fridge are mostly filled with healthier foods, those naturally become the default choice. When cooking for more than two people, it also helps to understand everyone's preferences and limitations. Knowing what people like, dislike, or may be allergic to makes planning much easier. One thing that helps a lot is creating a simple weekly meal plan. It doesn't need to be complicated. The goal is just to reduce daily stress about what to cook. Some foods take longer to prepare, so those can be cooked once or twice a week in larger portions. Then on other days, you can prepare quicker meals that combine with what is already stored in the fridge. When it comes to grocery shopping, I try to make sure that most of what I buy supports balanced meals. Protein sources are very important because they help people feel full and support muscle health. In my household, protein foods include eggs, chicken, fish, yogurt, milk, nuts, and sometimes beef. This can be grilled or fried or added to different dishes during the week. Carbohydrates are also part of our meals, but we try to choose whole or minimally processed options. These include foods like sweet potatoes, plantains, rice, Irish potatoes, cassava, yams, arrowroots, and other root vegetables. Plant-based proteins, beans, chickpeas, and lentils can be cooked in larger batches and stored for several days, making them easy to include in meals during the week. For snacks, we try to keep fruits available, like bananas, apples, berries, oranges, melons, and others depending on the season. Nuts are also convenient and filling. For busy households, one helpful habit is choosing a specific day each week for grocery shopping and partial meal preparation. On that day, you can cook some foods, wash and cut vegetables, and prepare ingredients so that meals during the week are quicker to assemble. In my home, I've noticed interesting differences in how people snack. My son, for example, prefers something very easy that doesn't require cleaning up afterwards. So he will often grab a banana because it's quick and convenient. For me, when I need a snack, I usually want something more filling. I might warm up some boiled corn or boiled sweet potatoes or yam that were already cooked earlier and stored in the fridge. So with tea or coffee, that works very well. Of course, our household is not perfect. For example, we still keep a few processed foods in the house, like dark chocolate, flavored yogurt, and sometimes diet soda. And we also enjoy foods like samosas, burgers, french fries, chapati, or cake occasionally. But those are not part of everyday meals. They usually happen once a week, often on a relaxed day like Sunday when everyone is resting and we don't feel like cooking much. Having an occasional treat helps remind the brain that healthy eating is not about strict punishment, it is about balance. Another habit we are still working on is reducing diet soda. For a while, we drank it quite often. Now I try not to buy it when shopping. Although sometimes other family members still bring small bottles home, the goal is gradual improvement rather than sudden perfection. One of the most practical rules I try to follow is keeping the fridge and pantry stocked with easy, healthy options. When good foods are already available and easy to prepare, it becomes much easier to stay consistent. There are also days when cooking simply isn't possible. Maybe you are tired, sick, or too busy. On those days, ordering food can still be done more thoughtfully. Instead of choosing the heaviest fried options, it's often possible to select something lighter like soups, grilled dishes, or meals with vegetables and lean protein. Healthy living is not created by one perfect day of decisions. It is built slowly through many small choices repeated over time. In my own household, we are not fully there yet, but I can say we are moving in the same direction and slowly building habits that support a healthier lifestyle. And that is what really matters. Because taking care of your health today is an investment in your future self. When your body is stronger and healthier, it handles illness, stress, and recovery much better. Exercise helps maintain strength and mobility. Healthy eating supports energy and healing. And ultimately, learning to take care of your body means you remain more independent and capable through your life. So, if you're trying to eat healthier while managing your household, remember that progress doesn't happen overnight. It happens through small, consistent changes that gradually become part of your everyday life. Thank you for watching, and wherever you are in your journey, please don't stop trying. Take care.